Here we have my 1985 Yamaha QT50 that I just picked up. I put a new top end on it and I'm going through the braking process. I've done three, I think I did 4 heat cycles. Now I'm taking it out for its first ride. I put on some stiff clutch springs. I think they're 40-pound clutch springs, the black ones. And it's a bit of overkill for the stock engine. Basically, they allow the revs to go up quite a bit before you can actually get moving, so you can get into the power band a lot quicker. And right about here, you can tell that I need to replace the brakes. When you buy these Yamaha QT50s, sometimes you'll find them in really good shape. Maybe they've ridden them for a few hundred miles and put them in storage for 30 years. And then sometimes they beat the hell out of them, and this is one of those times where they beat the hell out of them. In addition to the brakes, both front and rear need replaced. We've got some bent forks, so this thing wants to pull to the left. And then the guy must have lost the key, so he's hardwired it. The key in there is just some house key that he threw in. Really, it does control the instrument panel lights and the lights put in the on condition. Brake light, the turn signals, and the horn, I believe. But you can start it with the key out or with it in the off position. Luckily, the kill switch up on the handlebar works well. Now, right here, you'll hear it start to run really lean. We're going uphill just a little bit, and it's not getting enough gas. It's probably 2 things. One is when I got back and I checked the needle jet was on the leanest position, so I moved it up to the richest position. And then I think there's a fuel flow issue. Maybe it's the old petcock, maybe it's the carburetor, maybe there's something in the fuel tank, but I think there's also a fuel delivery issue on this. Although when I put it up to the richest position, the needle jet on the richest position, it seemed to clear up a lot of those issues. And here I'm like checking the petcock thinking, what the hell's going on? Why is this thing not getting any gas? So I think I put it down in the reserve position. I'm not sure. Anyhow, I put it in either the on position or the reserve position. Whenever it was on, I switched it to something new to see if that would work. And obviously it didn't, because it's still running really lean right through here. I've taken out the oil injection plug, and this is just running on 40-to-1 premix, or pretty close to 40-to-1. There was some straight gas in the tank still after I took out the oil injection plug. I just poured in some premix, so it's actually a thinner mixture than 40-to-1. Maybe it's 50-to-1 or 60-to-1. I'm not sure what. for some reason, I decided to, instead of pulling in, I decided to go around the block again. And actually, the rear brake is not working because I've unhooked it. I need to replace the rear brake cable, which is a real joy. But this is a slight downhill, and you can see I can get to 25, no problem. It feels like half throttle, so it often fools you. You think, okay, when I get this thing broken in, boy, I should do 35, 40, no problem, but it doesn't really work out that way. Here we go, back uphill, slide uphill, putting a load on the engine, and it's not getting enough fuel. You can kind of hear it in the video. It's more clear when you're riding the bike. There it goes. We made it. Shut her down, boys. She's gonna blow. Shut her down. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, this is why I think I have fuel delivery problems, because this thing was a bear to start the second time around after I let it cool down. And there's obviously some fuel delivery problems there because it's not revving up. There it goes. Give it hell. Give it hell. This was the dog run. There was a dog right there on the left that wanted to get me. This thing runs so much better the second time through. It's like, bingo, we're off. 20 miles an hour plus, no problem. No throttle at all, hardly. Still just trying to run it right around half throttle to break it in. This dog's going crazy too. So I decided to make a little noise. You picked the wrong time to cross the street there, lady. It was running a little lean when I passed through here the first time. Don't seem to have that problem now. And as I tried to note in the annotations, varying the throttle through this alley where I have to stop at every street isn't a bad, it's actually a good thing when you're trying to break it in. All right, here we go. We're making our uphill run. Nice, nice. I might have to change the main jet, but right now, about half throttle. We're doing 22, 23 uphill, no problem, running real nice. The nice thing about those clutch springs is, once you get it to 15 or 20 miles an hour, it'll get it up there in a hurry. Plus, then the engine seems to not work so hard when you're, up to speed. Accidentally press the horn there, but it works. This is where I stopped before, thinking, why the hell is this thing running so lean? But now it seems to be doing great. At least we got front brakes. My first one of these, I had no brakes at all. So when I got the damn thing running, I was just doing the Fred Flintstone around the neighborhood because I couldn't wait to ride it, with or without brakes. Give it hell. Give it hell. Give it hell. Well, I got scared. I backed off. This is actually the cylinder that was on my original bike, which I broke. Yeah, I broke the stud off trying to get the bolt that holds the exhaust on. And my buddy helped me drill it out and rethread it. And I honed the thing, cleaned it up, and stuck in a new piston, rings, and base gasket, head gasket, etc., etc. But no, it's running pretty good. And that was a second break-in ride. I got a couple more break-in rides. I did one today. It's not on film. I'll do another one tomorrow and do a little full speed run. This thing doesn't want to idle either.